Right, this is it. About to go and join the real world again. I have to relearn how to actually participate in society like a human being again. So, ridiculously, I actually feel nervous, which is bizarre. Yeah, so anyway, they're sending a trolley up to pick up my bags, which is handy, but then I've got to lug them after that. So anyway, we'll take what I can get at this stage. Yeah, unbelievable.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
I made it. Look at this, outside world. Woohoo! Fresh air, how awesome is that, eh? Oh, it's actually quite cool this morning, which is nice. Feels really weird, but good. So anyway, they let me out and I headed up to Mum's place up here in the Adelaide Hills, and I've been staying here ever since, and it's now about a week and a half later, and yeah, so I've actually been staying here by myself, and it's been quite a journey, I have to say. We had Mum's funeral, and that went really well. Really well, and probably one of the hardest days of my life, to be honest. And thanks to everyone who's joining us for the celebration of Mum's life here today in Mount Barker and on the live stream, including my wife Jen and my daughters and other family and friends at home in Melbourne who would have loved to be here in person. Everything went well, and I think we did a good job of honouring her. Lots of people turned up, which is no surprise at all. She had lots of friends and relatives and you know, just people that loved her, and so I think she would have been proud of the job that we did of giving her a good send-off, and I feel like that really was the start of the recovery process for the rest of us, you know. As a result of me having to do 2 weeks hotel quarantine, you know, that delayed her funeral to, you know, basically about a month after she passed away, and that's not the way things normally happen. So everyone was in a state of limbo, kind of waiting for that, and I'm very grateful for the fact that everybody waited so that I could get there, because it's not something I would have wanted to have missed, of course. So since then, I've been just spending time with family basically, and you know, we've all sort of just been leaning on each other, I think, just to try to get used to the new reality, you know. Mum was like the hub of our family, and so much revolved around her and this place, you know. This is her house, and we're all just slowly but surely having to get used to the idea that she's not here anymore, and well, not here physically, but spiritually she certainly still is, you know. Her spirit is very much here, and it's been quite a what's the word? It's been part of the, I suppose, the closure for me has been to be able to spend time here, mostly by myself this week, and I still sort of feel like I've been with her in some way. I don't know, I'm not really good at putting this sort of stuff into words, but just being here, and you know, everything about this place is her, you know. It's just every direction you look, everything you look at is a reminder of her, and as much as that was sort of initially a bit confronting, you know, the night that I got here, which was the day I got out of the hotel quarantine, you know, honestly I was an emotional wreck. I think that's when it really just sort of, it hit home for me, you know, that she's gone. And in the hotel and for the time before that, it was mostly about logistics. I'm sure I had, you know, lots of emotions going on, but it was all just about working through the logistics of getting here and organising her funeral, and all the sort of things that were going on were keeping me distracted, to be honest, and making a few vlog videos also kept me distracted. And I think that was really my idea of doing that in the first place, was to give me something to focus on besides just, you know, feeling the confines of the hotel when I really wanted to be with friends and family. So my mum used to feed magpies. Magpies would come and land out the back door, and she'd feed them a bit of mince, and she sort of had trained them to come and get a little free feed every day, and she'd been doing this for years. So she actually got to know them and recognised them, and she knew which ones were the babies and when a new one arrived and who the mother was, and she just kind of had the whole family tree worked out. And it was so cute that, you know, that was like a daily ritual. You know, her pet magpies that were free to come and go as they pleased, but they just came back every day. And one thing I've noticed since I've been back at her place is that the magpies keep coming back, and I can hear them constantly outside calling, and I have to think that they're calling for her. You know, "Hey, where are you? You know, we miss you." And not sure how I'm going to tell them the bad news, but yeah. Now that, you know, we've had her funeral and it's about sort of 5 days later, I feel like I can really start to look forward again now. You know, start to think about the future and sort of getting back into the swing of things, if you like. And you know, I mean, the pain's never really going to go away, but you just learn to accept that this is the reality now. And we're all going to be back here, me and Jen and the girls, in a few weeks' time. We're going to have a family Christmas here, which, you know, we generally have a family Christmas here, have done for years. And I don't know if you've seen our film series, The Big Lap, you might actually recognise this place. When we finished our Big Lap, we came and lived here. It was Mum and Alan had only just bought the place, I think, maybe only a year or two before we finished our trip, and we moved in and lived here for over 4 years after we finished our trip. So to some extent, it feels like my home as well. And you know, I've got a lot of memories here. Sienna was born while we were here. Savannah started school while we were here. Sarah started school while we were here, and we loved living here. You know, out in the country, fresh air, nice big place, plenty of room. It was fantastic. We loved it, but in the end, we needed to be closer to the city because that's where the girls were going to school. Jen was working down there every day, and just the commute up and down the hill every day was just wearing thin for everybody. So yeah, after 4.5 years or so of living here, we moved down to a place in town, and then a couple of years after that, Mum moved in, and you know, it became her place. So yeah, so that's it, guys. I didn't want to ramble on too much, but I probably have anyway. Yeah, I feel emotionally exhausted after the last couple of months, and you know, the months and months and months leading up to that. I'm really looking forward to getting back home and just connecting with Jen and the girls again, and you know, in real life instead of over FaceTime, and yeah, getting organised for Christmas and just lots of good family time in the weeks and months ahead, and yeah, and sort of planning to have a big year next year. Hopefully no more lockdowns. Hopefully we can just kind of get on with life and deal with the virus, and you know, and yeah, just time to get back on the horse and get going. You know, we've just been in this holding pattern for so long, it's ridiculous. But anyway, I'm not going to go off on a tangent. Plenty I could say about that. But so thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I will get home and I'll start working on my next vlog and give you an update on things that we're working on back there. I'll see you soon.